whereas by emails from the chairman of patients on Friday 10/17/14, Saturday 10/18/14, he has not agreed to call in February and this meeting is to discuss this lawsuit. Whereas according to member John McConnell, who telephoned chairman of patients on December 18, 2014, and was advised that he would call a special meeting and was going to now. Whereas the zoning board of appeals has not been notified by the town board of the town of Sennett as to the ZBA's right to hire an attorney for the conciliation of town board, town of Sennett versus Sennett zoning board of appeals et al. Now therefore be it resolved, the zoning board of appeals retains and authorizes its attorney Richard Ricardo T. Galvado to make a motion by way of an order to show cause to the Supreme Court, County of Cuba, including but not limited to a request for a court order authorizing the Sennett zoning board of appeals, John O'Connell and Mark Miller, to retain and engage legal counsels of their choice for any and all matters before the zoning board of appeals of the town of Sennett, and to represent and defend them in this proceeding and ordering that the town board pay reasonable and necessary attorney's fees.
Motion been made by Mr. White to accept, seconded by Mr. O'Connell. Any discussion on the resolution?
The only question is 10/17 an accurate date for the numerous emails? I mean, it seems like we've been going through these emails all week long, and I just want to make sure that the record shows that we gave them numerous attempts, but I'm just scrolling through my emails now.
Take your time.
I just want to make sure that
Hey, Rick, what's this resolution authorizing?
It's authorizing me as their attorney for the zoning board of appeals to make a request to the court to authorize them to hire and retain an attorney to represent them in this litigation. And they're in the process of interviewing respective attorneys.
With that being said, did you ever receive any emails from Mr. Adams to show that?
For the public, who's Mr. Adams?
Mr. Adams is the insurance agency carrying, or the insurance carrier that I'm assuming are supposed to provide us with information about
Possible coverage.
representation.
He's been provided a copy of the lawsuit that I have not heard back from as of about 6:45 this morning.
Do you know of any emails that have been sent or any documents that have been sent to us?
The board, as part of the separate urges, that's pending to make another formal request as clerk of this board.
Yep.
Penny was copied on the email to Mr. Adams.
We do that after we...
Yeah, after discussion. He was checking the emails.
Yeah. Just while we're waiting, in my opinion, this lawsuit could have been avoided because when the judge handed down his decision in regards to the complaint of our decision, it was overruled and he decided not to hear any appeals on such case.
That was September 23rd.
Correct.
After your September 11th ruling.
Correct.
So this lawsuit's regarding September 11th decision, which nullified a cease and desist order. It is.
Yeah. So what this means is nothing but the expense of a town now pursuing another lawsuit that means absolutely nothing. And what I mean by that, once Judge Leone gave his final decision, all Mr. Doyle had to do was go down and issue another cease and desist order. It didn't cost anything. We already acknowledged that the judge's rule was the judge's rule, and we were ready to move on with new business. So
When I attended that meeting, the September 11th meeting, he acknowledged on the record that he was going to dismiss the cease and desist order, the first one.
yeah. And he did on one, I think it was the 905.
There's an old saying that fool and his money is soon parted. In this particular case, I believe the town board might be the fools, and unfortunately, it's not their money.
That's correct.
There is a team of blood-sucking lawyers who have descended on the town like vampires, and the only solution the board can offer is hire more attorneys.
Yeah, and just for this, the comment of what we're talking about, since there is public here, to date, Mr. Gray made an accusation in the paper that there's a pending lawsuit against the from the ZBA to the town board. The only lawsuit there is from, on regards to us is to get Rick a bottle paid for. As of date, to this date, as we all sit here, the ZBA has not cost one dime to the residents of this town. And as far as I'm concerned, Chris can speak on behalf of himself, Mark can speak on behalf of himself. We have a duty as a ZBA member, so I read in the rules, and that was to obtain the rights of the citizens of Sennett. And when somebody shows up, a code enforcement officer, and writes a cease and desist order or another violation, if it's not corrected, they have the right to come before the ZBA, and we're here to hear that. And that's all this board has tried to do, is go through the rights of the residents and the taxpayers and the business owners of the town of Sennett to hear an appeal when they didn't agree with what was delivered to them by the code enforcement officer. I just want that publicly noticed.
I think
We've
it's
done what we're
notable
supposed to.
that you, I think it's notable that you continue to do what you believe is right,
Yeah,
even though it looks like now it may cost you money out of your own pocket.
yeah, I mean, we're just trying to uphold what we're supposed to do, and we have no personal agenda with business, Bucket BBQ or any other business.
That's them, that's one of the things, seems to be pretty accurate.
When I sent the email to Jerry Patience, after you guys sent emails to him, I told Jerry, I said, Jerry, this is beyond John and myself. This is the whole zoning board of appeals. You've got to uphold the integrity of the zoning board of appeals. That's what I'm looking at in terms of this lawsuit, is our right to be independent to perform our job. We've gone through this very exhaustively. We did it last September. We did it, in basically September 2013. We had the hearing. We went through the whole thing. Bush was here. We did it, a few weeks ago, September 11th, we held another hearing, went through it exhaustively. And now we're here again. It's a shame, but we have to uphold the integrity of the board.
Okay. Call roll call.
Roll call vote.
MEGDZIAK.
Mr. O'Connell.
Yes.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Mr. Miller. Yes. Mr. Majak. Absent. Mr. Patience. Absent.
Any other
Motion passes 3-0.
Any other business we need to take up at this time, Mr. Cavado?
I don't believe so.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn,
I'll second it.
seconded by Chris. All in favor of adjourning the meeting, signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you
Motion
again.
to adjourn.
Hopefully this doesn't have to happen again.